In Malta, Claudia Faniello was the winner of the national final, which was being reviewed by Sadie Trent for us on escdaily.com. Yes, Sadie, for Claudia, it's finally a victory, we can say.
Yeah, so she's competed. I've lost count of how many times now she's competed in Malta, and finally she has her chance. But I have to say, as many people know, I'm far from happy with her choice. She was one of the underdogs going into last night's final. I think she should have been in the top three, but not win it overall. And considering how many ballads usually get selected for Eurovision, and considering how many ballads that have already been selected this year, I think I have to say it, and I'm going to be brutally honest, she's going to have a low chance of qualifying, and she won't better her brother's results from the previous years that he has entered.
Yeah, and that's possibly because you think, if I'm translating your words correctly, but correct me if I'm wrong, that this is not such a strong ballad.
No, I think from the ballads that have already been selected, I think Lindita from, I think, Albania has the stronger of the two ballads. So I think that Albania has because they have the stronger of the two, that one will stand out more over this one. Albania's vocals are 10 times stronger, stands out more, much more dramatic. It's not so mellow, and there's something missing from Claudia's performance. I just can't put my finger on it.
What did you think about the show in general? Were there other songs or artists in there that you think would have been a better choice?
I think overall the technical standard of the show was really high. The new head of PBS came into his job, I think, last August, and he decided to move the national final to a much bigger venue, which I think was a brilliant idea. The artist who I think would have been a much better choice from the outset, I was backing Brooke. Or from the outset, it had to be her. She came second to Irolosco last year with Golden, and her song this year was so much better. She had more confidence, she had more experience. So I think with the absence of her from the top three, I think it should have been Janice. But if Brooke had been in the top three, it should have been Brooke. But I'm still majorly annoyed that Brooke didn't even place.
Yeah. We also had Richard Edwards in there. Former participants always bring something extra to Eurovision preselection. He took part in 2014 with the band Firelight. How did he do?
He wasn't. To me, he wasn't the best, but he wasn't bad either. I think his nerves got the better of him because I don't think he's experienced enough to perform at the much bigger venues that he performed at last night. But with people like Janice, Brooke, Kevin, Claudia in the mix, he almost didn't stand a chance. But I think his 2014 song with Firelight was much better than the song he had last night.
You really focus at the song, also on the vocals of Claudia, who in the end won. Last year, we of course saw that Malta changed their whole song, changed their whole performance. But this time, I don't believe it's possible anymore, right?
No, it's not. They had last year, as Irolosco was going around all the interviews, she was saying that there was a rule saying that the artists could challenge the song if they wanted to, and Irolosco has always been that sort of person to challenge her work. And I think last year they ended up with the better song with Walk on Water, but now with the jury vote having gone completely, now and that rule having gone completely, now it's not possible for the song to change at all, even though people are still calling for it to be changed. It cannot happen.
Is that a bad thing? Because last year it worked out fine for them in the end, and now they changed that rule, even though the rule did its work. So it's a bit strange to me that they took this rule away.
Well, I think it was because they still had the public vote last year, and the public and the juries voted for Irolosco when she performed Chameleon. So I think because she changed the song, and things like that. That is why they got rid of it, because the paying public actually voted for Chameleon and not Walk on Water, even though, so do you see where I'm going with this? They voted for one song, but she changed it to another, even though I backed her decision. I sort of see why John Bundy at PBS changed the rules to say that the song can't be changed.
So to wrap it up, is this the way you think that Malta needs to keep finding their acts for Eurovision?
The national final format, yes. I think they should stick with it. Stick with the venue that they had last night, the MFCC, because it was much bigger than the Mediterranean Conference Centre in Valletta. And I think if Malta were ever to win Eurovision, the MFCC would be the ideal venue for it. But bring back the jury vote. I plead with PBS to bring back the jury vote, because I think Claudia has something to prove. She wants to be better than her brother, and I don't think this year it's going to work out for her. And I think if she doesn't, she's going to keep going and keep going and keep going until she does. So I think they should bring back the jury vote, and then we'll be able to see like where people like Janice, Brooke, Kevin would have placed against Claudia. I don't think that the juries would have rated Claudia very highly, considering the ballads we already have.
Thank you, Sadie.